Hey guys, Reece here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the channel. So writing down my goals is something I've done relatively often, but not very consistently. Sometimes once a month, sometimes once every couple months. I always write down my goals annually and then try and break those down into monthly, breakdowns, monthly goals. I've never been too consistent with it though. And I've certainly never written down my goals daily, or at least wrote them down daily consistently. Maybe a few days in a row, maybe a couple weeks in a row, and then it eventually tails off. However, in today's video, I want to talk about why writing down your goals at, the first of the year, or maybe once a month is not enough, but why you really should be writing down your goals daily, and why it's so beneficial. Now, I think first and foremost, the reason why you should be writing down your goals daily, some people even do twice a day. I don't know about that, but I'll leave that up to you. But the first and foremost reason is to just remember what you're working towards. And maybe this isn't as required as for some people as it is for me, but I have a terrible memory, unfortunately. And so if I write down my goals once a month, I'm gonna pretty much forget what I'm working towards, or at least not pay attention to it after maybe a week. And if I have more than one or two goals that I plan out annually for the year, say for 2021, no way I'm remembering, the third, fourth, fifth goal after a couple months. Writing down these goals daily is kind of like a reset and definitely helps you visualize how you're going to achieve those goals. And by writing these goals daily, that's a great time to kind of also write down some daily objectives. If this is my goal for the year and I break that down into smaller monthly goals and then maybe even further from there, well, here's my goal. What do I need to do today to push me a little bit closer? Great time to write down those daily objectives that can help you reach those goals every day. Now, by writing down those goals daily and then creating objectives from them, that brings us to the second reason why you should, write down your goals daily in general, and that's to increase your focus on the goal. By writing down those goals daily and having those 1, 2, 3 action items that have to get done today, that if I get these done, the day will be a success and it'll push me closer to that long-term goal, you're gonna be so locked in and focused on that goal. See, if you don't really write down your goals or you write them down once a month, you might be focused on the daily objectives for the first couple days, but once you're 2 weeks in, it's gonna be very easy to be less efficient, less focused. You're not thinking on, oh, this is my annual goal. And so it's much easier to get distracted and do things that are not, in the end, pushing you closer to that goal. And this is one of my biggest issues, and that is just a complete lack of focus, unfortunately. I have a couple financial goals. One is to buy about 10 units this year of rental real estate, multifamily real estate with a partner. So, 5 personally. I want to bump my net worth from around 260, 270 up to 500,000. And I want to make sales in real estate as a real estate agent, maybe $150,000, $200,000. 3 goals that I can break down into daily action items. And if I were to do this daily, I'd eventually see that say, hey, what is something in common with all 3 of these goals? One thing in common, hey, I need to be cold calling 2 hours every day. That would push me closer to each goal. It'll help me make more sales as a real estate agent if I can find off-market property. It'll help me find great property that'll increase my net worth through value add, and so it'll help me achieve that buying more property and in turn increasing my net worth. Little things like this that if I focus daily and remember what my goals are, I can then create action items that get me there. And the thing is, cold calling for me, not that fun. And eventually, after 1 or 2 weeks, I'll probably slow down and, stop cold calling, or at least do it less often. But if I know that's the one action item that makes my day a success is if I cold call for 2 hours, then if I write that down daily, I'm gonna remember, hey, if I don't cold call today, I'm not getting close to my goals. Why would I skip a day and just, pretty much waste that day? It really helps you push and do things you just don't wanna do that often without daily reminders. And that brings me to the third reason why you might want to write down your goals daily, and that is to increase your motivation. I think the reason many people don't achieve their annual goals that they set is because achieving that goal, anything worth achieving, is going to take relentless energy and relentless focus over a long amount of time. and usually entail doing things that the average person doesn't want to do, let alone you. You know, you probably don't want to do these things that'll achieve that end goal. And so staying motivated throughout the whole year or throughout the whole term to get to that goal is super important. Becoming a millionaire, say over 40 years, over the course of a career, is not that difficult if you invest, in your 401k, in the stock market, whatever. It's not that difficult. But shrink that time frame down to 3 to 5 years or even 10 years, what I'm trying to do, it becomes much more difficult. You have to do things other people aren't willing to do. That could be working long hours, that could be cold calling, that could be saving and investing your money when all you want to do is go out and drink with some buddies and have a good night, right? And so by saying these daily reminders, writing down your goals daily, that'll help you remember why you're making the sacrifices daily that you're making. And it'll keep you motivated to keep pushing when things get tough. Now, the fourth and final reason why you might want to write down your goals daily is to help track your progress. Achieving a large goal doesn't happen all at once. It's just not like that and we're done. It takes a long time to achieve this big goal. And that big goal could be the culmination of 10, 20, 100 little incremental achievements. And if you're not tracking your progress, it's so easy to, achieve, 5 little incremental improvements and then give up because you're like, well, I haven't achieved the goal. It's been a month. I've done all this work and nothing's happening. However, by writing down your goals daily and maybe even including your daily successes or, by checking off those daily objectives, showing that you're pushing forward each day, you can look back over time and see, hey, 6 months ago, I was working towards something that I've already achieved. Now I've moved on to this step and I know I'm not at my end goal yet, but man, I've moved a lot farther than I thought just by looking back at this journal you're keeping. And maybe it won't be as far as you hoped, but it does show progress and shows you shouldn't give up and it's worth pushing forward. So guys, I hope you decide to start writing down your goals daily as I'm going to do the same. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Please remember, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave your comments down below and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.